The gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it. This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Just misses the mark outside the zone. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
At the belt and fires. This one popped up. Should have this one. But it's the pitcher that makes the play. That.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
Righty to the plate. That one not close. Now 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Got him swinging.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with. But they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there. And really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good. Back here in Atlanta. And here is Ronald Acuna Jr. The right-hander back to work. Off the mark there. And that's ball one. Acuna measures 6 feet even. 26 years old. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. Right-hander kicks, deals. And that one is lifted in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Pretty good fastball location. Down and in on the corner, but that was just a nice job to handle it. Hit it hard. Very tough spot to get the barrel to most of the time, though. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Acuna on at first. Nobody out. Next offering is down low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And another ball. And here it comes. And fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Here's a 2-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Acuna runs. And safe. It's a stolen base. 1 out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The relay, not in time. He's safe. A run comes in the play.
That was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the score.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto gets the call from the pen. Well, 1-run game. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Joe Brandon. And a pitch. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Looking to get the tying run on base. This one in the air, center field. And there's one away.
Well, such a confidence.
Joe Brandon steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And that one fouled off.
All season long, he's racked up a number of saves, and sometimes the adrenaline doesn't get high enough until there's a runner or 2 on base.
That misses the zone, and it's 1-1.
Just about gives his skipper a heart attack, but that's where he functions best.
Wouldn't chase that time. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the ninth. Swings and misses. And the count is even 2-2. Hard hit, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Max Muncy at the dish. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
So the tying run at second. Ground ball to the right side. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Gets it there in time, though. He keeps his composure, and they get the out.
This is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Pop up here, third base side. And they get the out on Smith. And there's two down.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there. And I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him. Trailing by 4 runs can be pretty tough, especially when there's good pitching on the other side. But these players just kept fighting. They never gave up. And that's why they got back in the ball game and came away with the win in this one.
And here is Joe Brandon. Freed back to work. And he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Not even close there. Ball one. Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. That one the other way. And Acuna able to make the ground. 1 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone.
Back at Truist Park. Now it's the DH, Joe Brandon. Free back to work. 0-1. We talk so much about how starting pitchers prepare for their starts. I talked with Max Fried, and one of the things he told me back in 19, he and Lucas Giolito started using MLB The Show to go over scouting reports. And 1-2. Max said he's not sure who actually started at first, but it was 2019, and he and Giolito, who were teammates together in high school in Los Angeles, they had the idea to become more familiar with the opposing lineup using MLB The Show.
Up next, the designated hitter, Joe Brandon.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. Strike one.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these two teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
Bounced up the middle. The underhand flip. They take the force out. That's the third out. So 2 on with 2 away. Next is the designated hitter, Joe Brandon. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. And now the lefty. Bounce to the right. And that chance handled. Over to first. And that is the third out of the...
The number 90 is a big number. You're talking 90 wins over the course of a big league season. Extremely impressive. These players have worked hard all year long, and they're seeing the fruits of their labor. It's not over yet, though.
To speak, my focus is on
Welcome to Marlins Way, where we find Loan Depot Park. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Miami Marlins. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Joe Randall.
The right fielder.
The pitch. And a foul ball. The 0-1. And there's a ball. Out to short, Gordon. On to first. One out in the top of the first. Bottom of the second. Here's the veteran outfielder, Max Kepler. That one hit to right. Lays out and makes the play.
Batting six. The first baseman.
This dive wasn't the result of a bad route, Singy. The only reason he made the play is because his route was so good.
No doubt, Boog. StatCast tells the same.
Here's the left fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Line drive. And it's into the gap. Bell, round second on his way to third. Headed for the plate. He will score, and the Marlins tie it up. It's 1-1.
Gets it done to drive in the run.
Back here at Loan Depot Park, here's a big power threat, Joe Randall. The wind of the pitch. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
He was really trying to stay back for something off speed. That's why he was so tardy on that swing.
Wouldn't chase that time. In the air, right field, pretty well struck, way back there. Drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. Not stopping, he's going for three. The relay throw, and he's out.
Really nice job of hitting right there, but you've got to be a better base runner than that and understand the situation. With nobody out, you got to be able to shut it down, stay at second, keep yourself in scoring position instead of killing.
Now batting, right fielder.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Way outside, and it's 1-1. Hernandez stands at second with two gone. That's in for a strike at 95. 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that is that.
Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as he's getting results. And right there, thrilled with the punch out to get out of it.
And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Luis Ariz stands in. And that one hammered. Randall going back. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position.
Everything came together for him. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Right side, and that will fall. The throw to third, in there safely.
Now, just a nice job coming through.
Back to the top of the lineup, and up next for Los Angeles, Joe Randall. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one. 2 on, 2 outs. And a swing and a miss there.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
That one missed.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
One run across in the frame so far here in the top half of inning number 7. Bounced out to short. Gordon. They take the force out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Marlins 1. So 2 down. Here's Josh Bell.
Well, with pretty good speed over there at first base, I think the pitcher's got to slow everything down. Hold the ball a little bit, step off, just try to break the rhythm and timing of a potential base stealer.
Finds his way through, base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. The tag at third, and he's out. A long throw, and that's the 3rd out. But they're able to even it up here in the late innings. 9th inning coming up. We are tied 2-2. New inning getting started, and now the right fielder, Joe Random. Smeltzer back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
On the ground to third. Fires across the diamond. 1 up, 1 down. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. And that one is lifted in the air. Random drifts towards it. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second to third. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play.
Man, you have to be sure if you're tagging from second base that you're going to move up to third with no problem. And I know he wasn't out by very much, and it took a great throw to get him, but you're already in scoring position, so it's just a foolish decision to try and push it there.
Joe Random steps to the plate for the Dodgers.
The right fielder, Joe Random.
The pitch. Fought off foul. Ground ball left side, and it's through for a hit. Around first and hustling for second. Caught in a rundown now. And they put the tag on him for the out. So 1 out, nobody on. And at the plate for Miami, Max Kepler. And the 0-2. Now a blooper back behind first. And it stays fair.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boo. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
Kicks and deals.
2-0.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Now 3-0. That clips the corner.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And a pitch. Slice to right. Kepler makes the grab for the second out. Christian Bethancourt, the next up for the Marlins. 1 down, base is empty. Swing and a base hit. Here now. 0-2 now. In the air. The throw into second. They get the force. They get him, but it was pretty close.
Wow, this is one of those plays that happens sometimes, but it never really should. It seems like he just got a bad read on the ball, and the good throw from the outfield was perfect to get the out.
Foul ball there. Random measures 6 feet 8 inches, 230 pounds, and he's driven in double-digit runs over his last 10 games. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. So digging in, Joe Random, 1 for 3. And it's fouled away. And a pitch. That one's in there, and that is strike 2. And that's the strikeout looking. A controversial called strike 3 to end the inning. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. Last half of the 8th coming up. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Marlins, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Swung on, belted. Random on the move, heading back. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Number 1, shortstop.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game, and for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at bats. This was a fun one to watch.
Next is the Dodger DH, Joe Random.
He's been doing a good job knocking in his teammates. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
Next offering, popped in the air, right field. Brings it in. 2 down. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Swings and misses. It's 0-1.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. I'm talking about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Base is empty, 1 away. Now it's the DH, Joe Random. Swing and a miss. And that's strike 1. Random measures 6 feet 8 inches, 230 pounds, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Pulls it down and now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Joe Random. In the air, right field, Kepler sizing this one up. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. Joe Random steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And that one clips the corner.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
The Dodgers up big in this one here in the rubber match of this 3-game series. Popped up right side. Arise after it. And there's one down.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
3 hours and 59 minutes.
Just about to get started. Today's starting pitcher, Joe Random.
Yeah, I want to see how he handles left-handed hitters in this lineup today, because coming in, lefties are batting over 300 on the year against him. So he's going to have to figure something out to get inside, keep them from getting their arms extended, and then once conscious of the inside pitch, be able to go with something away and finish them off.
Charlie Blackmon in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Random, he gets a lot of swing and miss, and he keeps the ball in the yard. Not to mention the fact, not too many hits either. That's down and in. Even some of the best guys in the sport are going to give up home runs from time to time, and he's an exception.
Yeah, and even with those home runs, if you're throwing strikes and keeping base runners off the paths, then those home runs are solo shots. But to this point, he hasn't had to worry about it.
And he deals. You look at what the elite guys do. They strike guys out, they limit walks, and they limit the ball going out of the park. The pitch. And they'll do it again.
Yeah, all you want is a guy like that. Take the ball every 5th day, go out there, hand it over to the bullpen, perhaps in the 7th inning or later.
Goes down looking.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the 1st inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. There's a strike, 95 of that one. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. 2 out, space is empty. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Joe Random now at the plate.
A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
That's the 3rd. Now a jump throw. They get the out, and that'll do it. So only. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the veteran third baseman, Ryan McMahon. The right-hander back to work. Fought off foul. McMahon measures 6 feet 2 inches, 220 pounds, and he was a second-round swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Thought that was a no-doubter. Like the wind was holding that in this ballpark.
Sean Bouchard in the box with one away as he takes ball 1. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
One ball.
One out,
strike.
bases empty. And another ball. Comes up empty. That's strike two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And the righty deals. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Off to a strong start, Siggy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but it'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Garrett makes the grab, and that's the end. Back here at Dodger Stadium, all set for the start of the inning. Now it's going to be number 82.
Go.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Right through there for a strike. And here it comes. Outside low, and a count 2-1. Got him swinging. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
And a swing and a miss.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul. One down, base is empty. Got it. 2 down.
Took that screwball up there and got him to swing through it. It's kind of part changeup, part curveball, a reverse curveball, I guess, and clearly it's got some good movement on it. We just don't get to see a good one very often, so it's kind of fun to see, and that was a great one right there.
Up and in, and the count is 2-0. And that skips into dirt.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
And there's the automatic. The Dodgers up by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. The right-hander gives up the 2-out walk.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Lifted in the air down the left side, and it's foul. 2 outs. Swinging a foul straight back. The pitch. Fights that one away, still 1-2. The pitch. And a curve misses outside. Tying run is at first. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swings and misses on the fastball up into. Back here in L.A. on to the 4th. And now Charlie Blackmon. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Well, these Rockies just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone. And
diving stop from his knees, the throw. And that's a great play for the out. Next for Colorado, Brendan Rodgers. He's 0 for 1. First pitch just misses. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Misses, struck him out.
just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boo. Fully on the attack. With these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. McMahon now in the box, just comes up empty with a swing there.
No,
Next offering
that's too
upstairs. Kicks and deals.
high.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
That one down the line. Whips it to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Out to short, Tovar. And that is that. Back here at Chavez Ravine. New inning getting started. So in now for Colorado, Sean Bouchard. That one finds the corner. Strike one. Bouchard, 27 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. That one misses, and the count is 1-2. Line drive, fair ball. And that rolls into the corner. Around first and hustling for second, and it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
And now here's a Lowry's Montero. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
One strike.
Swings through that one.
No ball. Two strikes.
Man at second. And a curve misses outside. Out to short, Betts. Zips it across. One away here in the fifth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind it with another ground ball. Good execution.
Number 82 takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. In there at the knees, and the count is 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
One ball. Two strikes.
Line drive, base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with two strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Tovar at the plate now, and that's inside. The Dodgers leading by a run, and we're at the top of the fifth.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Next pitch off the plate. Now 2 balls and a strike. On the ground right side, and that one finds its way through. In to score from third. We're tied at 1.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Right-hander kicks, deals. On the ground. Down the line, and it's foul. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Hard hit, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Brings it in. That's out number 2.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
Blackman lays off down low as he digs in for the third time. First and second, 2 down. This one lifted in the air, left field, and that'll fall for a base hit. The run scores from second. It's 3-1. Next to hit for the Rockies, Brendan Rodgers. Right through there for a strike. And it's 1-1. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Off the mark there. 2-1. That one is upstairs. is in for a strike. Fights it off. You'll see another. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 3 runs for him here. And we're back. Ryan McMahon steps to the plate. And a pitch. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Pajes sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out. Sean Bouchard digging in for the Rockies. 1 for 2. And that's off the inside edge. Ball 1.
Here's a fun fact. Dodger Stadium was also the home of the Los Angeles Angels for 4 years in the 1960s while they waited for Anaheim Stadium to be built. When the Angels were playing games at home, instead of Dodger Stadium, they called it Chavez Ravine Stadium.
1 down, base is empty. And that one lifted in the air center field. Pajes sizes this one up, hauls it in, and there's 2 away. So up next, Lowry's Montero. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. That misses the zone. And the count 1-2.
It's a good take.
And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down.
All right, one time.
And that one fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Man on second, 2 down. Got him looking, and he did not like the call. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Walker Buehler. Now it's the Dodger cleanup hitter, Joe Brandon. Swing and a ball popped up. Rogers drifts towards it, and there's 1 down.
Well, such a confidence boost for a reliever.
Brandon with a solid outing on the mound and pushed them to the walk-off win at the plate. Not bad.
Yeah, Boog, today wasn't his best day at the dish, but he pitched pretty well, and he'll look for better the next time out. Got to keep a level head when you don't have your best performance.
Joe Brandon steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And a pitch. Back up the middle and a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Max Muncy at the dish. Runner takes off. This to center field. Hauls it in for the out. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Oh, great stop. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
90 feet, so huge right there.
Swing and a miss. right there.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Nothing doing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the last half of the seventh. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Joe Brandon. Hit in the air, right field. Makes the grab, one away. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top. Here in the bottom of the ninth, one out. Now here is Joe Brandon, 1 for 3. Really interesting to see him continuing his career as a two-way player at the major league level. Definitely always a topic of conversation around a game.
Because it's so rare in baseball history, it gets people excited. He's a great athlete to be able to do this kind of thing. This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
And it finds its way through for a hit.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top.
Runner on the go. Swing and a miss. No throw. He's in there safely.
Easy swipe a second right there with no throw down. It looks like they're very focused on this hitter at the plate. I'm not sure if that'll be a defensive indifference or a stolen base, but here's a chance to drive in a run.
Runner takes off for third. The other way, and that's a base hit. Runner comes in from second to score, and they cut the lead. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up.
It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw with the catcher put down.
A line to kick the pitch. Just missed. Line of the pitch. And a foul ball. The wind of the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And that's strikeout number 100 on the year.
He's locked in at the plate when he's...
Foul ball. 1 out, base is empty. There's a swing and a drop. Tattooed to Tatertown and gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they boost their lead. It's 2-0.
How in the world did he manage to hit that one out? It wasn't even in the strike zone. Sometimes a pitcher just has to tip his cap to the hitter. That was a really good sinker down and out of the zone. The place you want to miss, but the hitter looking down there. Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Bounce to the left side. And foul ball. All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. 1-1. In the dirt. Wow, that's a great job behind the dish there. And a pitch. Wouldn't chase that time.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
2 outs. And that one fouled off. And the 2-2. Swing and a high fly ball. That one out towards left center field. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. So they load the bases, but leave them stranded. Top 6. Here's the center fielder, number 66. The 1-2. Line drive, base hit right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch.
Now the left fielder, Sean Bouchard. That's hard hit on the line. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. Fires to third. Save.
Man, he smoked that fastball. It's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't.
The wind and the pitch. Off the mark there. And it's 1-0.
You know, these Dodgers really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. The numbers help tell the story. I mean, they've been sitting fastball, and it's paying off in a big way. So far with 6 hits against that pitch alone.
On the line, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. And now it's Gavin Lux. Left-hand batter waits. That one missed. Step off, throw to first. And he just got his hand in there. Three-0 down. That just missed. He walked him on 4 pitches.
Well, this came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Runners on the move. On the ground to the left. And that's a base hit. Runner from second crosses the plate. It's 3-1. Ready to begin the 8th. So in now for Colorado, Charlie Blackmon. Kicks and fires. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Having himself a really, you don't reach 45 saves in a season by wasting opportunities. This guy's been taking advantage of these moments all year, and we saw it happen again in this win.
Oh my God, this is so amazing. I am super happy now. Me pidió que me soltara. Ey. Ven, calladita pa' que tose.
Welcome to Dodger Stadium. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. John Shambi on bottom of the first. Now it's the right fielder, Joe Brando. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on-base and slugging too. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That one's in there. No balls, 2 strikes.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very confident because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball. He's a threat deep into the count as well.
And the pitch. Not even close there. And that's ball 1. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
One out, base is empty. Foul ball. The pitch. On the ground. Kim on the run, sends it over to first. And they got him. Kyle Higashioka, the next up for the Padres. Line drive, base hit down the line. And that extends the inning.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate.
Bottom of the inning. Now it's the Dodger leadoff hitter, Joe Brandon. King back to work. He was late there, strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
That misses, and it's 1-1. Fought off foul. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. We head to the bottom of the ninth, and now the right fielder, Joe Brando. Here comes a pitch. And a foul ball.
Now, Boog, this is a real tough place for visiting teams to come in and close out ball games for a win.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least one run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
That one 95 to finish him off.
Now
Brando had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. Had 3 strikeouts without getting a hit. Never fun.
Definitely didn't do much of anything for him in this one. I think he knows he's capable.